Hi, Todd Warren here in the Forecast Center with a look at our weather week ahead, and really no changes for the next several days here across the Arklatex. If you've noticed the lower humidity, you will continue to notice the lower humidity for the next several days, probably into the weekend. As here's a look at the weather pattern, that really hasn't changed much. You can see the ridge of high pressure spinning over the Great Basin. We still have the troughiness in the northeast with the low, which is now centered over southeastern Canada. And in between the two, you can clearly see this north to northwesterly flow, which is continuing to send drier air and replenish the drier air, as we still have a northerly component in the winds at the surface as well. So dew points that have been in the 60s for the last few days will continue to be in the 60s probably into the weekend. Although we will see a little bit of a warm-up once we get past Thursday. More on that in a second. But in the meantime, expect below normal temperatures. As we look at nighttime lows tonight, we'll see readings similar to last night. Mid-60s across the north. That includes 66 degrees tonight in Texarkana, 70 for the low temperature in Shreveport, 69 degrees in Natchitoches, 66 degrees for the low temperature in Marshall. Daytime highs tomorrow should rebound back up into the upper 80s to low 90s, looking at 91 degrees for the high tomorrow in Shreveport, which is a few degrees cooler than what we have experienced today. Looking at the mid to upper 80s across the north. How about 86 for the high tomorrow in Hope? Looking at 92 for the highs tomorrow in Natchitoches Center as well as in Carthage. And we're not going to see much. When you don't have much moisture in the air, obviously it's hard to produce much as far as rains and clouds for that matter, as we'll see the mostly clear sky across the area tonight. Might see a few high clouds, but not too much in terms of clouds. Tomorrow, expect lots of sunshine. I do not expect to see any rain for tomorrow. We'll see the mostly clear sky once again tomorrow night. And then as we go into Thursday, expect quite a bit of sunshine with a few clouds mixed in, but for the most part we will stay dry for Thursday as well. And this likely will continue as far as the dry weather into the weekend. Might see the slight chance for the shower or thunderstorm begin to increase early next week. Let me show you why. As we look at the tropics, we do have two disturbances. These are the same systems that we talked about yesterday. You can see the National Hurricane Center now indicating a high risk that this will form a depression. It looks like this first disturbance here could become a depression as it moves into the Caribbean. This one likely will become a depression here in the next couple of days. And the big question is, where will these systems go? There is a possibility that both could make their way eventually into the Gulf of Mexico. So here's a look at the spaghetti plots showing you the possible outlook from the models for both systems as they make their way towards the west. There is still some question as to if this system will develop, and you can see the majority of the models sending it into the southwestern Gulf by Sunday. Some models do send it further to the north, perhaps giving us a shot for some rain Tuesday, Wednesday of next week. You can see by Sunday afternoon, we'll see the possible location of the second disturbance, and this one also could eventually work its way into the eastern Gulf of Mexico later next week. So obviously there's a great deal that could change with these possible outlooks, so we'll continue to monitor these systems. Now, if we do not see an influence on our weather from either of these disturbances, we will likely stay relatively dry through most of next week and probably have to wait until the middle part of the following week before we see the chance of rain increase across the region. So if you're a fan of more rain, keep your fingers crossed. Not that we want a tropical storm or anything like that to affect us, but this will be the source of that rainfall. So all that being said, here's a look at your 7-day forecast, and you can see as we move forward, we will see the shot for the shower or thunderstorm remain out of the forecast through probably Sunday, to be honest with you, as we'll see highs over the next several days in the low 90s, lows right around 70 through Friday night. And then we'll see, with the winds becoming more southeasterly, we will see the overnight lows begin to inch upward into the low to middle 70s as the humidity begins to increase this weekend. And you can see that humidity could lead to the chance for the shower or thunderstorm. And we might see a little bit of an uptick in our rainfall chances, especially by Tuesday night, Wednesday of next week, if that first disturbance does make it this far to the north. That is a huge if at this point. So all in all, it looks like the break from the extreme humidity that we have experienced at times this summer will continue as temperature remains slightly below normal.